Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today we're making a fermented cabbage in preparation for a dish called Sin Choy, S-I-N-C-H-O-Y. Sin means sour, Choy means cabbage. And in the earlier video you saw how the mature gai choy or Chinese mustard looks like. So this is the bunch, it's about 2 pounds. So what I did was I took out the leaves, and sometimes there's a lot of dirt and mud in here. So I washed them out, and then this is the core. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim the core, get all that tough part out. And you see this part is no good, so cut that away. And now I'm just going to cut it in pieces, oh, maybe a little more than bite size. I'm going to put it in a bowl, and I'm going to cut each piece in about inch or inch and a half wide. And then this is kind of big, so I cut it this way. And you're gonna layer it with rock salt, or in Hawaii we call it Hawaiian salt. But any kind of non-iodized salt is all right. I'm sprinkling some salt over it, and I'll keep track of how much I use, probably about 2 tablespoons. And this dish, when it's fermented about a week in the refrigerator, I'm going to cook it with pork and tomatoes, and it'll be slightly sweet sour, and that'll be in another video. Sprinkle some more salt, maybe, I think, like I said, maybe about another tablespoon. Everybody makes, my mother used to have gallons of these under the sink. At that time, she didn't refrigerate it. Nowadays, you have to refrigerate things, okay? And that's all. Now, what you're gonna do is, we're gonna massage it, or in Hawaiian, we call it lomi. So lomi this thing really good, press it down, and you wanna draw out the water from the cabbage. But this won't happen for a while. So after this, I'm going to put it on the counter, say overnight, and the next day it'll shrink a lot, and I'll push it into a bottle and cover it with more water. But at home we usually save the rice, the first rinse rice. When you make rice, you rinse it out and pour the balance to cover the cabbage, and then we refrigerate it, and then let it sit for about a week or more. You can let it sit for a month or more. I have some plastic wrap, and we're going to cover it and put it on the counter until tomorrow morning. I said that you should wait overnight to test this cabbage, but it's been 10 hours. So as long as the cabbage is limp and you see dark green, and when I press it, I can get it in the jar very easily. So we're gonna just put it in the jar. And this was 2 pounds. So you see how much it's shrunk? And there was no water added to it. The salt drew out all the water from the cabbage itself. And actually this is a form of fermentation. Now I'm getting the Tamper, and I'm just trying to push it down really tight and snug in here. I probably could have had 4 pounds easily in this jar. So we pour the liquid over it. And I want it to sit in the liquid. So I'm adding here some water. There. But maybe the salt is not as strong. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little salt so that it helps to ferment it better. And then just tamp it down a little bit. Now close it up. And this is going to be refrigerated for at least a week. But if you're not ready to use it, you can keep this in the refrigerator indefinitely. It'll keep for many months because it is salted. And every so often maybe you can push it down. Gonna cook the Choy right now. Just put a little oil, maybe about a teaspoon or so, not too much. And the pan is hot already. Remember the saying, hot pan, cold oil, food won't stick. So I have here a half a pound of some pork. You can use chicken, you can use beef, anything you want. So I'm just gonna saute this a little bit. This is a very quick and easy dish to make. And this is something that we grew up with. Everybody at home ate it. Nowadays, it's not too popular. But you know, the cabbage I showed you, you have to salt it and ferment it. Okay. So we get this. And I have here a teaspoon of garlic and some ginger. And we're gonna pour that in. In about less than half hour you can eat this. And then we're gonna put the cabbage that I've drained. It says 1 pound of cabbage. This is the Chinese mustard cabbage. And you can kind of smell it already. I'm gonna cook this for a while. Adding 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of vinegar. This is kind of sweet sour. Half a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And mix this all up. And we'll let it cook about 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. So this is how it looks. Everything's all soft. And one thing good about this cabbage, it'll never get soft. It'll stay crunchy. Of course, the leaves will get soft. So I'm adding the tomatoes. I like the tomatoes at the end because I like to see them. Some people put it in earlier, but I prefer it this way. And then the heat will cook it a little bit. And that's it. So let's try some. Taste it. I don't like the meat so much, so I just eat the veggies. Really good. Excuse me, sweet sour taste. So, if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. And if you have any requests, please let me know and I'll try to help you. Thank you so much for watching. Mahalo.